Yeah, and we're live.
Hi guys.
Hi.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
I am here. I don't know if you guys saw me yesterday. I'm Mrs. Steyer here. I'm a cosmetology instructor. I also teach art makeup classes as well as an advanced bridal and airbrush class. So that's kind of what I'm going to be talking to you guys about today a little bit. We will be talking about my class that I offer as well as some additional certifications that you guys have the opportunity to take here at Capital. So some super fun things that are kind of exclusive to Capital. We offer a lash extension course. So our highly trained lash extension specialists are here to teach that class. It's a super hands-on class. It's a 2-day class. Am I right, Chelsea?
Yes, Sunday, Monday.
Yes. So you get lots of training. You get a beautiful kit full of everything that you need to start your business. And you kind of get a really personalized training. Mm-hmm. I believe there's only about 8 students or so in each class. So it's a very small, comfortable learning environment. Mm-hmm. I've sat in on a few classes, and so I can guarantee that you guys will really succeed in that class. I've seen a lot of students come through and their work is beautiful. So the nice part about the kit that you get is that is included in the price of the class. And so, like I said before, you get that kit and you're able to just get up and running with your business. You can start taking clients right away. So that's something that you can do if you are Chelsea will clarify this, but if you're a prospective student, I believe you can take that class.
As long as they're enrolled to start in the future, they can take it. Yep.
Awesome. Yep. As well as people who have maybe graduated and they are estheticians or cosmetologists. So anybody in this industry who has their license, you can also take that class. You do not have to be a current student. So something to think about. I know that's definitely one of our most popular additional certifications. Yes. I would say a lot of students take that. It's very rewarding. You can really do well financially with a class like that. So
what do the students typically do if they don't have their license after taking the class? Do they just really practice?
Yep,
practice for a year or however long.
Yep. Another class that we offer would be our spray tan class. So that's a class that is kind of a fun thing because typically just our aesthetics students get spray tanning training. However, we do offer that to our cosmetology students as well. So we offer that every once in a while. If you're here, you'll definitely get an opportunity at least once or twice to take that class. And you will be certified in that. And so we also allow you to take those clients while you're here at the school. So even if you're on the cosmetology side, once you have that spray tanning certification, you are able to take your clients as spray tan clients as well. So one more thing to add to your resume when you're applying for jobs, it's another thing to be earning that earning those service dollars here at Capital. So another one of our classes that we also offer to our cosmetology students, again, these are things that Capital is really, they try their best to make sure that you are a well-rounded, basically professional in this industry. So just because you're on the cosmetology side of things, that doesn't limit you to some of our spa services. So our next certification that we offer would be our full body waxing. And so that's something that, again, typically would just be taught for our aesthetic students. However, our cosmetology students are offered that class as well. And so even though you can't necessarily give those services like you're able to as a student here with those spray tanning classes, you are able to add that to your resume, take those clients in the salon. It's one more thing to get your dollar signs up there. So definitely some waxing is very little time that you have to spend with a client and very high dollar services. So definitely worth it. Those classes are very valuable. The cost of them is very low for how much you will actually end up making in the long run. So I would definitely suggest those.
And waxing seems to be in very high demand, more and more.
So popular, yes.
Yeah.
And to clarify, as cosmetology students, you do learn some basic facial waxing. So you'll learn eyebrows, lip, chin, cheek, nose, some smaller things like that. However, we do not offer full body in just our regular cosmetology program. So this extra certification would be super awesome if you're going to be working in that salon spa environment where you can take clients on either side of that. So I definitely recommend that for you guys. And then last but not least is our bridal certification and airbrush class. So in Nebraska, having an airbrush certification just makes you one step ahead of the game as far as being a makeup artist. It is super high demand for makeup artists in the bridal industry right now to have an airbrush certification. It is kind of not only been a trend for a while, but it is just like on the rise. Everybody wants airbrush right now. It photographs so well. I can say that as a makeup artist who has worked with both mediums, your standard foundation as well as an airbrush foundation. They both look beautiful when they're on, but when you see the photographs, it speaks for itself. So definitely something that I recommend if you're looking into being a makeup artist, whether that's for special events or especially with bridal, I would recommend that. So the bridal side of that class definitely hones in on the wedding side of things, as it's called bridal. But it definitely helps with if you are looking into any sort of special event makeup, say prom or homecoming or anything like that. Even, you know, work more so for magazines, radio, anything like that, you're definitely going to want to take this class. It talks about how to build your own business. So your prices, how much you should charge for travel, kind of what the going rate is in this area, as well as competing cities. So kind of where our prices are at here compared to maybe what other makeup artists around this area and in larger areas as well. So I kind of walk you through all of the business side of things too, which sounds boring, but I've heard from my students that that's actually one of their favorite parts of the class, because that's not something you can just Google and find out.
Right.
So it is very valuable information if you're wanting to get into that industry. Bridal is very lucrative.
Yes.
I think if you put bridal or wedding in front of anything, it's probably double the price.
Yeah,
so
really.
So makeup is definitely something that people are spending thousands and thousands of dollars on photographers, videographers, flowers, everything like that for their wedding day. And they're spending all that money to take pictures or videos of their face. And so people now are recognizing that more as that photography and videography becomes more popular and more high definition. People are starting to get the hang of that and catch on to why they would spend more money on makeup and hair. So I do touch on hair a little bit. However, the class will be more hands-on with that airbrush training, as well as going through my whole wedding kit. Every product that I carry in my case with me for weddings, I let you guys know. I give you a sheet of all of the products I use. So it's just some really super valuable information that's kind of behind the scenes stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else. So yeah.
Awesome. So have you found that, I guess, how have you adapted to the bridal industry during COVID?
Yeah, so it has obviously been tricky. I've had a lot of weddings postpone. So I've had some for the spring and summer that have now postponed to fall, hoping that some guidelines will loosen up a little bit. But some of mine have actually postponed till next year.
Wow.
So I actually have double the weddings next year that I would normally have, because you're going to have your standard 2021 brides as well as those 2020 brides that are kind of jumping on last minute.
You're going to be busy.
So busy, and I'm telling you guys, if you've ever thought about makeup, now is the time.
Yes.
Like, there is going to be such a high demand for bridal makeup, hair, everything like that. So now is the time. And I believe Chelsea and I have talked about this, but even if you are a prospective student, we'll be opening up this class for you guys as well. So
Awesome.
We've only done it before for students that are current students. But with that high demand that we're going to have some students that maybe aren't graduated yet or aren't, you know, in our actual program that I would love to get that training so you guys can kind of just get running with that business. But
Awesome.
the COVID side of things, we really do have a great program on our aesthetics and our cosmetology side as far as how we deal with sanitation, cleanliness, the state laws and rules are pretty tight with that. They're pretty strict. We obviously follow them and some. So with COVID, our guidelines are already above and beyond that. So it's really not a worry so much, but it is a little bit of an extra cost with, you know, some of those disposable items, you know, like even, here, I'll grab one right now because we have it right here. But say like a makeup spoolie or something, you can't use the same makeup wand in a mascara tube. So things like this, you can get very inexpensive. However, things like this are what you're going to spend the most money on. Just making sure that your client feels safe, you feel clean, and you're following all sorts of sanitation laws and rules. So it really, as much as it is kind of a scary time to be doing things, I think we prepare our students so well with our cleanliness and sanitation that it's really not an added education that you guys would need. You already kind of have that standard, so nothing to really be too scared about.
Wonderful. Awesome. Well, I think this has been very helpful. I think viewers, especially cosmetology prospective students or incoming students, you know, we focus so primarily on hair with cosmetology, but the majority of the people want to learn more. So it's great that you and Capital offers these additional certifications and classes. I will say basically almost everything Mrs. Steyer covered besides eyelash extensions is included in the aesthetics program. So really this is for the cosmetology students to kind of listen in on and take advantage of.
I mean, you can take both programs. So
absolutely.
Just because you're, you know, taking our cosmetology program and you're very interested on all of these extra certifications, I would definitely talk to Chelsea and see if it's worth continuing on to do our aesthetics program, because for me, I'm certified in both, I'm licensed in both, and I have felt that in the professional world at a salon, there was so much I was able to use in both sides of things to really build my paycheck. So I would look into that, ask Chelsea about that. So we obviously love our advanced certifications, but don't be afraid to ask her about possibly getting licensed in both.
Definitely. And we have at least a handful of students every year who do end up going through both programs.
And they do very well. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks,
all right.
guys.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks, Mrs. Steyer.
See ya.